Final update. My ex's family ambushed my new girlfriend at a restaurant. He'll leave you like he left her mother sneered. My girlfriend simply smiled and placed her badge on the table. The color drained from their faces when they realized who they'd been threatening. Once we were alone again, I let out a breath I didn't know I was holding. I am so sorry about that. I had no idea they would be here. Catherine tucked her badge away and reached for my hand. Don't apologize for them. It's not your fault. You were amazing, I told her. I've never seen anyone shut Rebecca down like that. She shrugged. Part of the job is dealing with difficult people, though I usually don't have to do it during date night. She smiled, but then her expression turned serious. What was that about a restraining order they mentioned? I sighed. There was a temporary one last year. Rebecca showed up at the fire station, screaming about how I'd ruined Melissa's life. My captain had to call security. It was humiliating, so I filed for a temporary restraining order. It expired after 6 months. Catherine nodded, understanding in her eyes. Have they done anything else? I hesitated, then decided she deserved the whole truth. Melissa's brother keyed my car once, and they've called my workplace a few times with fake complaints. Nothing stuck, but it's been a lot. That's harassment, she said, the cop in her coming out. You could press charges. I just wanted it all to go away, I admitted. I thought if I ignored them, they'd eventually move on. Catherine squeezed my hand. Some people don't move on. They feed off drama and righteousness. They need someone to blame. We finished our dinner, trying to salvage what was left of our evening. I decided to postpone the moving in question. The moment didn't feel right anymore. But as we were leaving the restaurant, Catherine pulled me aside in the parking lot. I need to ask you something, she said. And I need the truth. My heart sank. Here it comes, I thought. She's going to ask if what they said was true. What really happened with your marriage, she asked. I know the basics, but tonight made me realize there might be more to it. I leaned against my car and told her everything. How Melissa and I had started growing apart after she got promoted, how she became more distant, working late hours, how her family had always made little digs about my career, suggesting I wasn't ambitious enough, how, when I discovered the affair, Melissa had initially tried to blame me, saying I was never emotionally available because of my job. Her family closed ranks immediately, I explained. They helped her move out while I was on shift. When I got home, half our stuff was gone. They literally packed up while I was rushing into a burning apartment building to save a family. Catherine listened without interrupting. When I finished, she was quiet for a moment. Thank you for telling me, she finally said. For what it's worth, I think you handled it with more grace than most people would have. I laughed without humor. I don't know about that. There were some dark days. We all have those, she said, stepping closer and wrapping her arms around my waist. But here's what I know for sure, you're not a deserter. You're one of the most committed people I've ever met. You commit to complete strangers every day, rushing into burning buildings, administering CPR, holding the hands of people on their worst days. That takes a special kind of person. I felt something loosen in my chest, a knot of anxiety I hadn't even realized was there. Have I told you lately that you're amazing? I asked. She smiled. You could stand to mention it more often. That's when I decided to go for it after all. I pulled the small box from my pocket. I had something planned for tonight. It wasn't a ring, not yet anyway. But I opened the box, showing her the key with a small firefighter charm attached to it.